Yes, let that Bushwick theme song play just enough. All right, Hugo House, make some more noise. And at-home viewers, thumbs up, hearts, do the thing. In the car. Yeah, all right. Welcome, everyone, to show 6 in the Bushwick Book Club Seattle's 13th Mainstage season. We're going full spectrum this year. All color-themed titles. Tonight is original music inspired by the works of Margaret Wise Brown. Woo-hoo! Yes! All right, hopefully all of you finished the books. At least one of them. All right, anybody who's in the middle, I'll wait 30 seconds. You can finish that book and catch up and do it. My name is Wes Weddell. I am Associate Director of Bushwick Northwest, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that exists to deliver literature and music and songwriting to the Seattle community while building the next generation of musicians and readers, which is some of you. Very good. I am a 6-foot-ish, gangly white guy with some pandemic facial hair and a brown polyester shirt. I've been trying to do the show color for every show this year. This is what I did. I had to sew a button on this afternoon. Tonight, I do want to say Bushwick Northwest recognizes that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on the unceded land of the Duwamish and Coast Salish people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the first people, past and present. Thank you. Tonight, you will hear brand new music inspired by the works of Margaret Wise Brown from 11 different performers. Kristin Chambers, Peter Donovan, Julia Massey, Bjørn Watkins, Brittany Danielle, Vince Martinez, Mitchell Beck, Mike. Oh, all right, early favorite. We'll see. We'll see how you're feeling halfway through. Michael Wallenfels, Elle Vergara, Levi Fuller, and Jed Crisologo. Please give them all a round of applause, even if Mitchell is your favorite. All right, the show will happen in 2 acts with an intermission. After the intermission, there will be a quiz where 3 of you can be called on stage for a chance to answer questions and win prizes. You can sign up at the merch table. You can visit at any time and check out information about many of the performers tonight and Bushwick as an organization. And now, will you please make noise and room in your hearts for my co-host for this evening, Bushwick's new social media manager, a great performer and songwriter and educator in our right. Make some noise for Emily Persia.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. I'm so excited to be here tonight with Wes. We have an awesome lineup tonight. You are in for a real treat. My name is Emily. I am a white woman with red hair, big green glasses. The most brown thing I could find in my wardrobe was the sweater with this brown stripe. And I'm wearing my high top lifted Converse because they make me feel cool. That's me.
I'm going to count backward from 3, and I want you in the room to just say out loud your favorite Margaret Wise Brown title.
She has to wait till he counts to 3.
2, 1.
Big Red Barn.
Right, there's a strong Good Night Moon Lobby.
You guys are in for a treat. There are a lot of good songs for you.
Yeah, there's always that one person who waits and then says theirs afterwards.
Yes,
so that
we heard
hear
you.
It. Runaway Bunny, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how many books do you think Margaret Wise Brown wrote? On the count of 3. You're going to shout out the number. How many books did she write? 3, 2, 1.
Add 100 to that 40.
Yeah, I heard a lot of like 40.
In the ballpark, yeah.
Yeah, over 100. There's a number out there that's 141. During intermission, if you look that up and can confirm, we'll take your answer. But it is out there that is more than 100. So she was prolific. Prolific.
Yes. Yeah. You guys ready for some music?
Cool.
All right, I'm going to let Emily take it.
All right, well, to start us off this evening is Kristin Chambers. Yes. Kristin is a classically trained vocalist and natural artist. She has a talent for crafting honest and relatable songs in a warm adult contemporary style that draws from jazz, pop, and blues. She's been singing and performing almost her entire life. And in 2012, she took up the piano and started accompanying herself on stage. She has released 4 full-length albums and 1 EP. In 2022, her song Everything Woman was featured on the television show Better Call Saul. Yeah, give it up for Kristin. Past Bushwick shows have included Handmaid's Tale, Count of Monte Cristo, Sherlock Holmes, and multiple Jack Straw collaborations. Welcome, Kristin Chambers.
So good to be here. I wrote inspired by the important book. And if you haven't read this, well, I will say that the last book that I did for Bushwick was The Count of Monte Cristo, and this was easier to finish. So anyway, this book I thought was so sweet and lovely, just the way it's written, and it goes through simple things from a spoon all the way to, at the very end, she's talking about how the important thing about you is that you are you. And I just loved that, of course. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to write about what's important to me. And then I completely rabbit holed. And then, yeah, we reeled that back in. And I decided to just write about somebody who is getting a little caught up in their weeks and their days and not really feeling like they're the pilot of the plane of their life. We all get wrapped up at times, and then this person's deciding what's important is to slow down.
This tiny boat is overwhelmed. There is no one at the helm. I've been shifting back and forth from fight or flight. When did life become a thing to win? Win or lose, you can't go back again. I've been turning that same corner for some time. I can go a week without remembering to breathe deep in. Crash on Sunday and it starts again. I'm tired of burning through the day, trying to be some other place. The grass is always greener when you're living in black and white. I just want to slow it down, breathe the stars that come around, filling up the sky, illuminating what is mine. Yeah, I'm tired, burning up the days. Yeah, yeah. All the hours lived inside my phone, just the highlights I show everyone. Now in person everyone has less to say. Sound is off to drown the noises out. Algorithms like said nagging doubt. Another 15 minutes fades away. My eyes get bigger than my stomach while I'm growing thin. Don't wanna die hungry in a war where no one wins. I'm tired of burning through the day, trying to get some other place. The grass is always greener when you're living in black and white. Well, I just wanna slow it down, Breathe the stars that come around, filling up the sky, illuminating what is mine. Ooh, I'm tired of burning through the day, trying to be some other place. The grass is always greener when you're living in black and white. Yeah, I just want to slow it down. Breathe the stars that come around, filling up the sky, illuminating what is mine. Oh, I'm so tired of burning through the day. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Give it up for Kristin Chambers. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you, Kristin. And for your information, you can catch Kristin at a bi-weekly residency at Melodyland Tasting Room in Kirkland. And I can say from personal experience, I just went and listened to her last week, and it was lovely. She takes requests. She is fabulous. The wine is great. It's a good time. You should go check her out. And she also released a single called The Shape of a Lone just in time for Valentine's Day. She released it yesterday. Available everywhere where you listen, so definitely go check that out. Kristin Chambers. Let's give it up for her one more time. Yes. Up next, we have Peter Donovan. Peter, yes, give him a round of applause. Peter is an astute musical storyteller whose perceptive songs span genres and feature narratives based on both real life and fictitious characters, all written with a contemplative heart. With his debut album, This Better Be Good, Donovan spreads his wings, combining the plaintive soul of indie rock, the heartfelt sincerity of Americana, and the stirring studio pageantry of 1970s singer-songwriters, drawing them together to explore more intimate depths. He has had past performances with Bushwick in Frog and Toad, The Midnight Library, Seattle Walk Report, Exhalation, and All the Light We Cannot See. Please make some noise for Peter Donovan.
Hello. We didn't practice this part, sorry. I'll just keep it like that, right? So I'm really happy to be here. I always love doing these shows, and thanks to all the fine folks at Bushwick for putting this together for us. So I guess the book that I loosely used for inspiration was Goodnight Moon, which is kind of the basic choice, but I just remembered that book was read to me often as a child when I was going to bed. So I just started thinking about sort of like what a lullaby might mean for an adult now that I'm an adult. So my song is an adult lullaby. I hope you like it. It's called Goodnight, My Darling. Good night, my darling. I hope you sleep tight. I'll wake you in the morning at the first dawn's light. We'll hit the road, and the future sure looks bright. Let's rest for now, darling, good night. Well, I hope you're dreaming, scheming about better days, wishing on that falling star that's bound to come our way. They knocked us down, but we got up all right. Let's rest for now, tomorrow, sorrow will rear its ugly head again. We'll have to reconcile with what we've done and who we've been, but for now, let's just turn off all the lights. For now, my darling, good night. Good night, my darling. Rest your weary head. Forget about all those nasty things those nasty people said. We stood our ground, and we won't quit without a fight. Let's rest for now, darling, good night. 'Cause tomorrow, sorrow will rear its ugly head again. We'll have to reconcile with what we've done and who we've been, but for now, let's just turn off all the lights. For now, my darling, good night. Good night, my darling. Let those sleeping dogs lie. All your problems will be gone tomorrow when you open up your eyes. We'll see the sun. The future sure looks bright. But let's rest for now, darling, good night. Let's rest for now. Thank you.
Peter Donovan. Helping this show get off to a slow start. That's 2 slow ones. I understand. It's a lot of bedtime books. You can catch Peter singing slow and medium tempo songs on February 15th at the Tractor Tavern. He's opening for Freddie Johnston, who's apparently still touring. That's pretty cool. That's Wednesday, right? That's coming right up. If you want more information about something like that, where you can hear more Peter's music, where you can learn more about anybody playing tonight, you can visit the digital program we put together at that QR code there. As I've said before, nobody had a better last 2 years than the QR code. Came roaring back. Or you can go to bit.ly/MWB program, hyphen PGM for program. At home viewers, that link is there in the video description. Also, Peter is one of a handful of people on tonight's bill who made their Bushwick debut when we were doing entirely remote programming. So it's wonderful to get these people in the same room and hear their songs. Can we get just a round of applause for showing up, saying yes, and making art? All right. This is Julia Massey. Julia Massey is 1/3 of the band Warren Dunes, 1/3 a cool mom. Wait, does that mean like 1/3 of your identity, or is like you're 33% cool? Like you wrote it. What?
Good God, that's a great question. I have to think about
Okay,
that.
all right, well, no notes. And 1/3 a miscellaneous jumble of beautiful friends, special education, and rainbow weather. She once climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. She's joined Bushwick in the past for original music inspired by Bonk. That was a good one. Barkskins, Ready Player One, and many, many more. Julia Massey.
Yay! Wes Weddell. Oh my gosh. Okay. I could not resist the Margaret Wise Brown Bushwick, and it's because, you know, you're right. The Goodnight Moon choice is a bit basic, but when I saw that, I thought, I don't even have to open that book. I have that book memorized, and I haven't actually opened it in a number of decades, but it's part of my DNA. And I have 3 Warren Dunes shirts that have nothing to do with Goodnight Moon, but I'm gonna do a pre-miniature pop quiz about Goodnight Moon, and whoever gets the answers right or wrong are gonna get these t-shirts. So if you can name, let's see, who can give me one thing that's in the Great Green Room? Oh, who did that one? Okay. Both Lamash, got it. What was the other one? Telephone, yeah, that's in there. bowl full of mush. I'm brand new. Anyone else? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just going for the first one I heard. Okay, all right. I'm gonna. Can I get that through? Oh, I'm afraid with the cameras. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Okay. Also, I'm going to be helping out Levi Fuller later on this night, and I'm so excited. And because Levi asked me, I don't actually like collaborate outside of my band very much. So it was a little bit of a like, okay. And then I was like, you know what? Levi's inspired me. I think I'm going to ask for a little bit of audience participation, which sometimes when I'm in the audience, I'm like, no, don't do it. But I promise you that there's no like getting it right. Like it's all already right. But what I'm going to do is I am going to give the claves to Levi. He's going to handle it for me. So I'm going to give these to him. Here you go. I got this little triangle right here that gets held right here and here. Oh, yep. Here we go. Ready, at the ready. And I got some shakers here. So if you don't have an instrument in hand, spoiler alert, you do have an instrument in hand. And for the folks at home, I am a 5'9" white freckly person wearing an oversized button-up shirt with a kind of tight sweater and some tight crazy Lisa Frank pants because I just kind of wear whatever's in my closet. But there's sort of brownish shoes here because my little 1-year-old nephew has Timberlands and I couldn't be the only one in the family who didn't have them. So forgot to mention my description. There it is. Now, moving on, here's what I need from you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a very short, simple song based on the words from this book. But I need you to play your instrument however you like it, but the emphasis I'm going to need from Levi, and maybe you with your snaps and claps, if you so choose, is to be playing on the 4. So it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you have a shaker, you can shake the whole time if you want. 3 and 4. Now, what I'm going to play isn't as straight as this. So you might get off, but you know what? That's okay with me. I tried this out with my 8-year-old at home, and he was seriously off. But he did the Miles Davis, when you're wrong, play it wrong and strong. So that's kind of what we're going for here, because whether you're a kid or an adult, Goodnight Moon is a great story. And the reason that I love it, and when I was talking with Emily about it, is what I love about Margaret Wise Brown is she has that element of happiness, but also there's a little melancholy in her stories and in the pictures that I think is fair and children deserve to be exposed to. And so that's why I like her books. And I apparently have 138 more to discover. So whoopsie, like I just got off. Anyway, okay. You're doing great. In the great green room, there was an old lady, a quiet old lady. In the great green room, there was an old lady, a quiet old lady, who was whispering, hush, hush, hush. She 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 was whispering, hush, hush, hush. In the great green room, there was a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. In the great green room, was a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. She was whispering, hush, hush, hush. 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 Feel free to sing with me, hush, hush, hush. Or even whisper it, hush, hush, hush. She was whispering, hush, hush, hush. In the great green room, there were stars and air, noises everywhere. In the great green room, there were stars and air, voices everywhere, and they were whispering. They were whispering, hush, hush, hush. They were whispering, hush, hush, hush. They were whispering, hush, hush, hush. They were whispering. They were whispering, hush, hush, hush. 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 They were whispering. You're awesome. Great job, everybody.
Julia Massey, everybody. Woo! That was fantastic. Wow. We were sitting there as she starts handing out musical instruments. When you said audience participation, I'm thinking, oh, yeah, we're all going to get to, like, sing a line. No, she brings instruments. We're all a band. Like, give her a hand. Like, that's so awesome. Best audience participation ever. And speaking of her thirds, her 1/3 part that's in the Warren Dunes band has a spring tour coming soon. Yes. The band released a Christmas song series recently, and Julia is the next performer in the Bushwick partnership with Seattle Arts and Lectures on March 2nd at Rainier Arts Center. So mark your calendars and come see Julia. Yes, give her a hand. Up next, we have Bjørn Watkins. Yes, give him a cheer. Bjørn is a multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, and producer. He also plays drums in the band Catch Rabbit. Woohoo, yes. And they are about to be recording and releasing new music over the next few months, so stay tuned. Follow him on Instagram and stuff. I'm sure you can catch what Catch Rabbit. Yep. There we go. You can catch Rabbit's new music that'll be coming soon. Past Bushwick performances from Bjørn are the Golden Compass and Jackstraw collaborations. Give it up for Bjørn Watkins.
Hey y'all. So I did the book Goodnight Moon. My approach to this song is pretty loose. I was trying to think about what would give me comfort as an adult, similar to a previous song that was up here. I'm trying to recontextualize what a lullaby or like what a goodnight story would be as an adult. Now, particularly one who is really concerned about all the union busting going on in this country. What is up with that, you guys? It is like really disturbing, right? Coming up a singer-songwriter, like writing music for a very long time, I've written a lot of just, breakup songs, heartbreak and all that. I want to find my voice in like protest music. So I'm exploring that tonight. So it's, it's still very like lovely and sappy kind of music I'm writing, but I'm searching for that voice. So right now I'm saying goodnight to things that I think just need to go or need to change. Yeah. start out with this ditty. Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever. The union makes us strong. Good night, Amazon. Starvation wages are by design. Ultimate convenience at the cost of union busting Americans. Attempts to live a decent life. Decent life. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old. Got to believe in something more. Don't need a God, just tax reform. What have they done with all their spoils? Joyriding into outer space. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Got to believe in something more. Don't need a God, just tax reform. Got to believe in something more. Got to believe in something more. Got to believe in. Thank you.
Bjørn Watkins, breaking some new ground with the first song in what I imagine will be an album called Goodnight Management. Yeah, okay, that's all right. Yeah. First one's free. Coming up next is someone about to deliver her third song for the Bushwick Book Club Seattle, but the first time in front of a live audience. These are some of my favorite moments of these seasons. Brittany Danielle is apparently a known quantity. Is also a lifelong piano player with a degree in music, piano performance, and jazz. Born with a love of music and an obsession with Ray Charles from Pepsi commercials, she started with classical music and veered off into soul, funk, and jazz. Brittany has a sister who is almost identical, but is a year younger. They claim they're twins all the time. Please welcome, first time on the Bushwick stage, Brittany Danielle.
Well, hello. I'm gonna tinker around on this piano for a sec while I talk to you. I'm really glad to be here for realsies, not on a video, or I think the last time, or the first Bushwick I got a fever, and you know how we feel about those these days, so I felt like it was better to not be here. For those at home watching, I am a transparent woman with freckles and red hair. I have piercing blue eyes. I don't do well in the sun. This one's about the runaway bunny. I started it because my grandma used to read this book to me as a child during nap time, and I was like, oh yeah, I love this book because it's about someone always coming to find you. And then I grew up, and I was like, is this the healthiest relationship? So I had an idea, and I had written the whole thing, but then I reread it, and I was like, nah, we're gonna go in a different direction. So this one, I mean, it's called Runaway, because obviously. Here it is. To the mountaintop or the valley, you would blow me home from the ocean wide, but I'd never know the world on my own. Where do we go when the rules have been made? And how do we grow when the pavement's been laid? I'll run away. Play it safe, never venture out. I should know better than to doubt, but I've learned some things from my time away, and I know the world on my own. So where do we go when the rules have been made? And how do we grow when the pavement's been laid? And what do I face when I shouldn't have stayed? So where do we go when the rules have been made? And how do we grow when the pavement's been laid? I'll run. Where do we go when the pavement's been laid? And how do we grow when the rules have been made? And what do I face when I shouldn't have stayed? I'll run away. I'll run away. I'll run. I'll run. Thank you.
Give it up for Brittany Danielle. Woo! Oh, you could take a bath in your voice. That was amazing. Woo! Before we get to our next song performer, you are going to get to hear from our lovely fundraiser coordinator, Jordan Curbs, who is going to let you know about our upcoming Tunes and Tales fundraiser coming in March. Give it up for Jordan.
Hi, everybody. Hi, how's it going? It's so nice to see you all. So I am the new fundraising coordinator for Bushwick Northwest. I'm super excited about this. It's been absolutely an amazing thing to be a part of. Bushwick is awesome. And my first thing is I'm going to see if anyone knows. Does anyone know when the fundraiser, the 13th annual fundraiser is happening? Does anyone know the date? You rock! You rock! It's going to be March 25th. It's going to be on a Saturday, and it's going to be down at Pike Place Market. It's going to be at the Rabbit Box Theater. It is super, super cute. It's actually just below. If you go up to the top, there's Storyville, and you go all the way to the bottom, you got the Rabbit Box Theater. It used to be where the Can was. And we're going to be doing live entertainment. We're going to have food items available. They're all going to be themed around Bushwick Northwest. We're going to have prizes to win. We're going to have, did I mention amazing music and great entertainment? I think I did mention that. But there will be that. And the whole team will be there because it is our big annual fundraiser. And you might be wondering why I am holding this book by chance. Well, first, it is in Italian because Jeff just got back from Italy. I just remembered something. I am Jordan, and I am 5'10". I am blonde-ish, and I have hazel eyes, and I have a fanny pack on that is iridescent. All right. Yeah, so Jeff just got back from Italy and brought this amazing book back, the book is called... And wouldn't this be so cool if you could get this book, but not a book, but a cross-stitching of this exact thing? Yeah, that you could, right? And you could hang it on your wall, and you can remember, and guess what? My friend, by chance, is an incredible cross-stitcher and is donating to the Bushwick Northwest fundraiser a hand cross-stitch hundreds of hours of this specific piece, and you can buy this piece at the fundraiser. The table tickets are $100, and honestly, it is so worth your buck and your bang, if that's how the phrase goes, but it's definitely worth all of that, I will say. Also, some other great prizes around town. We got yoga. If you're into yoga, we got a year's worth of yoga for y'alls to win. It's a $1,400 value, and it can be your price at whatever the best bid is. So come on down, and it's actually Bala Yoga. So if you live in Seattle, you can do yoga in Seattle. If you live in Kirkland or the East Side, you can do yoga on Kirkland, the East Side, and actually you might see me in one of your classes. So there you go. We got Bala Yoga, and then, oh my goodness, it keeps on going on. Jeff, did you guys know that Jeff can make sushi? He can make you sushi. If the price is right, you can have Jeff made sushi because it is one of his passions to make a lovely chef deal of Jeff sushi. So I just made that up. I was right on the spot. Thank you. Appreciate the support. So anyways, all you know is that this night is going to be a lot of fun. So the date is going to be, and it's going to be at, oh, brilliant. And what time are y'all going to be there? Oh my gosh, and you're gonna see me there, and I'm gonna be so excited to see all your faces, and we're just gonna have a grand time, all right? So get ready and put it in your calendars, mark it. I'm sure if you're already members, you probably already got a message, and let's have fun. I'm so excited. It's already like feeling like a thrill. So I wanna bring you, Oh, tickets go on sale tonight. Okay, so you can get your tickets going now. That would be awesome. I can't wait to see all your names in there, and we're all excited and getting ready for the big final hoorah, but not not really the final, but the big hurrah that's going to be on March 25th, which is a Saturday. Thank you all, and let's give it up for the next performer. Woo!
Woohoo! Jordan Curbs, everybody. Doesn't she have the best energy? You want to hang out with her, right? Come to the fundraiser. Oh. And you can win this book in the auction. In the quiz. Tonight, you can win this book tonight. If you do the quiz. All right. Jordan mentioned Jeff. Jeff, if you don't know who Jeff is, Jeff Larson is the executive director of Bushwick Northwest and the Seattle Bushwick Book Club. So we're all here because of him. So let's give it up for Jeff, the executive director. Woohoo! Our next performer is Vince Martinez. Vince Martinez, yes, let's give him a cheer. Vince is an Americana singer-songwriter, originally from Santa Fe, New Mexico, known for his honest and straightforward original music. He also manages a think tank focused on decarbonizing the built environment. Let's give him a hand for that, because that's awesome. Past Bushwick performances include Count of Monte Cristo, Works of Beverly Cleary, A People's History of the United States, Slaughterhouse-Five, and many others. Give it up for Vince Martinez.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Wes. Thank you, Jeff, and the Bushwick crew. Love doing these shows. Like Julia Massey, I was super stoked to do this show for Margaret Wise Brown. I feel like there's a lot of parent songwriters that were like, yes, I want that one. And that was definitely me. I, of course, read Goodnight Moon as a kid and had it read to me and read it to my kids, but I really love her piece, Little Fur Family. I don't know if you're familiar with that little sweet book. And that's the one I was inspired by. We'd read it, back of our hand. We knew that whole thing front to back with the kids. I've got a 7-year-old named Theo at home, and my daughter Leora just turned 4 a couple weeks ago. And this goes out to her, and it's called Wild Child. Oh, I did want to say one more thing, which is that the book just gives that total sense of freedom of childhood, I think. And that's how my daughter is. We're a family in a family tree. You came from Mama, you came from me. I get up in the morning, I warm your toast, plenty of butter, I know you love it the most. I wanna stay, don't wanna leave, there's bills to pay, wish I could play. There's a wide, wild world for you to explore, so let your mama wash you up and then let's get out that door. Child, my child, be free, stay wild. Child, my child, be free, stay wild. The wild, wild wood where the wildflowers grow, wild wind blows through the hollows, wild grass tickles your nose. You might run into the old man who bless you when you sneeze. You bless him right back, child, mind your thank yous and please. Head down watch the fish as they swim. Pull one right out of the water, kerplunk, throw it back in. Go chase the ladybugs, keep your heart filled with love. It's you I'll be thinking of out in the wild. Child, my child, be free, stay wild. Child, my child, be free, stay wild. One day you'll have something small you love, like you to me, and you'll have to set it free. But for now, why don't you run on home? No, you're not alone. Come and be with your family. Sleep, sleep, little fur child, out of the wilderness, out of the wild. Sleep warm in your fur all night long. We're a little fur family, and this is our song. Thank you very much.
Vince Martinez. Vince has CDs over at the merch tables. So do a number of performers tonight. We're going to take an intermission. Now you can go over, talk to Jordan, learn more about what's happening March 25th at the Rabbit Box Theater. I know you all know it. Now, visit Amy at the bar. At home viewers, find your way to your own fridge, right? Or move the pillows around on your couch, whatever is going to be comfortable. We're going to take an intermission. We're going to come right back. We've got 5 more performers and a quiz. Thanks for being here.
translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages. Right here at the Bushwick
Post-intermission. Oh, I am glad to hear it. So now you know what it's like when the Bushwick Book Club Seattle takes on some classic children's stuff. It happened when we did Beverly Cleary last year too. You get a bunch of going up is hard songs, right? We all sit in our feelings. We really celebrate the songwriting. But right now, it's quiz time. All right. So we're all on the same page. I'll read the one question that you would fill out to be drawn on stage here. I want the barrier to entry to the marketplace to be low, and it gets weirder from here. So the question is, which of these books was not written by Margaret Wise Brown? A, Goodnight Moon. B, The Runaway Bunny. C, The Golden Bunny. D, The Catcher in the Rye. That's correct, yes. Mm-hmm. That's the one, yep. Right. So, Emily, come on up and let's pull some people on stage. If they didn't circle D, don't say the name. Yeah.
Keep that to ourselves.
If we call your name, come on up. Emily will tell you what to do. You will await further instruction on how to play the For Real quiz. All right.
Oh yeah, drum roll.
Yeah,
That's fun.
nice.
I like that.
We made sure nobody
Little
put like
drama.
honey on any of these or anything. And
Barry Pollock. Woo!
Barry,
Yay!
this is like, what is this, your 6th time up here? Yeah, all right. Okay.
Drum roll.
Huh.
Alicia Baker.
Woohoo.
And last but not least, Amy. Come on up, Amy.
Amy. All right. All right, so what Emily's having them do is write their name on a card for our very high-tech scoring system here. Dylan, have I got this in the shot where you need it? Are we good? Yeah, that's Dylan running the live stream tech there. Yeah. And while we're clapping for tech, how about Cameron running front of house sound? Jason helping us out from Hugo House. Jeff Larson pushing go on the slides. All right. Oh, yeah. Hey, Wes. Nice. All right. So we'll do it in the order you were drawn. Contestant 1, contestant 2, contestant 3. First person to 3 wins. All right. First prize, Goodnight Moon in Italian. Second prize, Where the Wild Things Are in Italian. Jeff. Third prize, Nothing is too big to fail, how the last financial crash just informs today. In English. 560 pages of important knowledge here. It's courtesy of Town Hall Seattle, one of our season partners. This was part of their big thing. Yes. All right. So, play according to what you want. All right. So we're here. We're here tonight, of course, to celebrate the work of Margaret Wise Brown. But Margaret Wise Brown is not the only person in history with the last name Brown. So I'm going to say a title of something, and you tell me, is it a James Brown song or a children's book? James Brown song or children's book? One or the other. All right. Barry, step up to the mic. I Refuse to Lose.
Children's book.
Nope. It's a 1976 single, and made it to number 47 on the R&B charts. All right, Alicia. I Got Two Dogs.
I'm gonna go with children's book.
That's correct.
Oh, yay, okay.
That is specifically a children's book written by John Lithgow. All right. Okay. All right, Amy. Santa Claus is definitely here to stay.
James Brown.
That's correct.
Hit me.
From 1970, made it to number 7 on the pop charts there. All right. Get Up and Go.
James Brown.
Nope. There are more than one children's book with that title. All right. Dump Truck Disco.
I guess I'm gonna go with children's book.
That's correct.
Okay.
That one comes with a CD, by the way. Okay. How about Old Teeter?
Old Teeter?
Old Teeter.
Go with James Brown.
No, that's another children's book about a. It's another children's book about a dump truck. All right. Barry, for goodness sakes, look at those cakes.
If not, it should be James Brown.
That's correct. From 1978, Robert Christgau called it an 11-minute rumination on ass watching, including genuinely tasty suggestions that Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder join the fun. Ooh, on your favorite streaming service. All right, this is for the win, isn't it? Let's get Barry's point up there. Okay. Killing is out, school is in.
I guess I'm gonna go with James Brown.
That's correct.
Okay.
It was James Brown's last single released in 2001. Yes. All right.
Oh yeah. Woo.
We're gonna keep going.
Oh yeah. Woo.
All right. Spend It.
That's a children's book.
That's correct.
Oh, okay. All right.
By Cinders McLeod, it teaches kids about money. Oh, did I ding? Ding. Okay. All right. Sweet Little Baby Boy.
Children's book.
Incorrect. It's another Christmas single from 1966. All right. This is, yeah, at least she's done. All right. Funky Flowers.
Oh. I'm gonna go with children's book.
That's correct. It's from the My First ebook series.
Here we go.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Barry.
Hello, Wes. Hit me.
Where Willie Went.
That better be a children's book.
That is. By Nicholas Allen, The Big Story of a Little Sperm. Spoiler, Willie wins the swimming contest.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure enough.
Okay.
Sure enough.
Rissy, No Kissies. Rissy, No Kissies.
James Brown?
Nope, that's a very recent children's book by Katie House about a lovebird that doesn't like kisses. I don't know.
Kids these days.
Sammy Street Singer. Sammy Street Singer.
Kids book.
That's correct.
All right.
You might want 2 hands for this, man.
No.
Okay. All right, audience. Couple for you. The Spank. That's James Brown, yes. Okay. And Rock What You Got. That's a children's book from 2018. Thank you all for playing the Bushwick Quiz. Let's get some more tunes going, Emily.
Yes. Well done, contestants. Just an extra ding. All right. Up next, we have Mitchell Beck. Woohoo! Give it up for Mitchell. Mitchell is a first-timer. This is his first time on the Bushwick stage. We're so thrilled to have him here, and we are so excited that he's here. Thank you to Drea Marilyn, our fantastic program manager. They were co-workers, so Drea helped him find us, sent him in our direction. So thank you, Drea, for getting us Mitchell on stage tonight. Yes. Mitchell is originally from Dayton, Ohio. He studied percussion and composition at Indiana University. Since moving to Seattle, he has been teaching music, playing drums with a variety of bands, taking on composition commissions, and working on his own personal music. At his core, he is a percussionist and composer, but over the past several years, he has been embracing the multi-instrumentalist mindset and found great joy in the world of audio production. Cows are Mitchell's favorite animal. Give it up for Mitchell.
All right. Oops. My headset came unplugged. All right. No more awkward silence. Okay. Yeah, so I'm Mitchell. I'm super excited to be here. Yeah, this is my first time. So thank you so much for Bushwick for having me. Yeah, very cool. So I wrote a song based off of Goodnight Moon, like many others. But this song is the book is very special to me. It was read to me like every night for a while there when I was a young child. And I always loved how it kind of made me feel comfortable, but also like a sense of mystery. And kind of connecting with that child, like trying to go to sleep, just looking around the room, saying goodnight to everything, kind of reminded me of like, you know, if I just keep saying goodnight to things, then I don't have to go to bed. And I've always loved the nighttime. I find it very calming. So this is Goodnight Moon. I have a vibraphone up here because I felt like it was very mystical. All right, let me untangle this cord really quick.
It's feeling kinda strange to say goodnight when you're just waking up, but that's how you live your life, huh? Those mystic feelings creeping, my head just starts to thinking, I need some comfort in me. I start to look around me. I make a cup of tea, good night things all around me. Cow friends up on the shelf
Mitchell Beck, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was beautiful and so ethereal. Give it up. Yes. That was fantastic. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Up next, we have Michael Wallenfels. Give it up for Michael. Yes. Michael lives in Olympia, where he is the communications man. Oh, hello. Hi. He surprised me. Michael, where he is the commissions manager for Arts WA, the Washington State Arts Commission. Yes. And he is also Bushwick's graphic designer. Yes, all of the amazing designs and artwork you see for our shows and promoting, he has designed. Give him a hand. Yeah, I know Jeff's heading back there. Jeff, throw up our season artwork. Can you show off Mitchell, or I'm reading Mitchell, show off Michael's work. Yes, all of these beautiful graphics were designed by Michael. Amazing. He's also a fantastic songwriter. And he's going to try to write a song inspired by every book he reads this year. How's that coming along?
It's hard.
It depends on how many books you're planning to read, though, right? But that's great. I think that's a very noble goal. I love that. Past performances include Slaughterhouse-Five, Frog and Toad, Dune, Shel Silverstein, A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, and more. Give it up for Michael Wallenfels.
Thank you, Emily. Ooh, wow, sorry. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Bushwick. Let's have a huge round of applause for the arts in Washington State. It's an honor, and it's an honor to be here. Margaret Wise Brown. So let me just start by saying that I wrote a song for this show tonight, and I'm not going to sing it to you. But I wrote a second song that I will sing. So Margaret Wise Brown feels to me a lot like Brian Wilson, and let me explain the connection real quick. Because I know we got a tight show. Wes said we got a tight show. I hear that, Wes. When Wes talks, you listen. So with Brian Wilson, the journey that a lot of music fans go on is like, you love the Beach Boys. You listen to these songs. You hear, Surfing USA and all these early hits. And then you realize later, if you dig deeper, it's like, oh, wow. This guy was a genius. This guy understood so much about music. He made pet sounds. He was trying to make this music called Smile. It didn't come together, but God, this guy knew everything. I've found as a parent the same thing to be true of Margaret Wise Brown. That Goodnight Moon and Runaway Bunny are these well-known books, but like Wes was saying, there's over 100 more. And what she has is this philosophical stance that she comes from in all her work that just imbues everything that she does. And you realize that she's working at a deep level with you as the reader, with the children as the listener, and she was ahead of her time. Levi Fuller, who's here in the room tonight, who you're going to hear from later. Yeah, let's give him a huge round of applause to Levi. He was talking about a book that I want you to read, because without this book, this song that I'm about to sing to you wouldn't exist. It's called In the Great Green Room by Amy Gary, and it's a biography of Margaret Wise Brown. A few of the things you learn along the way while reading this book is that Margaret Wise Brown had 2 lifelong affairs, one with a married man and one with a married woman. And the married woman that she had a lifelong affair with went by the pen name Michael Strange. And here's a Bushwick connection. What Michael Strange was known for at the end of her life was doing concerts where she read classic literature while music was played behind her. So we've got a tight connection there. Michael Strange died of leukemia. As she was dying, Margaret Wise Brown saw the writing on the wall and set to writing. And she wrote a book called The Dark Woods of the Golden Birds. And so now I need to ask if there are any librarians in the room. Hand? Let's give a huge hand to this librarian over here. Got another one over there. Without librarians, this song wouldn't exist because this book is out of print. And when I say out of print, I mean out of print. I had to use interlibrary loan to get a hold of this book. Margaret Wise Brown wrote this book for Michael Strange before she died. The whole point of it was to write it so she could give her a copy before she passed away. It was amazing. And these are the kind of things you learn about this woman, and you realize that Goodnight Moon, Runaway Bunny, all these books are infused with the same kind of philosophy, logic, profound depth and mystery. She's a writer without peer. So I'm very excited to be here. I've got a song for you that was originally called Is It Fine? And then I decided that the name of this song is It's Fine. Here we go. Look at this door, goes where you never been before. Is it fine to have a door? Yeah, it's fine. One side of the door is painted blue and green. One side of the door nobody's ever seen. Still it's fine to have a door that goes where you never been before. Look at these words, I'd take you through them if I only could. Well, is it fine to see the woods? Yeah, it's fine. See the gold on the leaves in winter when they fall. And the golden birds in summer when they call. Yeah, it's fine to see the woods and to take you through them if I only could. Well, if I only could. Look at your heart in the middle of who you are. Is it fine to have a heart? Yeah, it's fine. The door is always open in your heart. The words are warm and golden in your heart. Yeah, it's fine to have a heart. It's fine to have a heart. Baby, it's fine to have a heart. Right in the middle of who you are. Thank you.
Michael Wallenfels. All right. Thank you, Michael, for the song. Thank you for the work with the Arts Commission. Thank you for all the great posters and graphics. Uh-huh. All right, coming up next is Elle Vergara. This is Elle's third time. Elle is a senior at Lindbergh High School in Renton. I met her working in the choir program there, and this is the third straight season Elle has given us a song. And the first one that we did not have a meeting beforehand for her to share it with me ahead of time and get my notes. This is, I love it. You actually were ready for that last year, but you just didn't take the opportunity. But this, so I'm really excited to hear this song. Though she has many hobbies, playing the piano and singing at the top of her lungs in the shower are definitely at the top of the list. Parents are laughing, they can confirm. Bushwick has provided her with opportunities since the beginning of her freshman year, and she hopes to continue participating in events after graduating. Other current hobbies include learning Japanese and weightlifting. Elle has joined us in the past for original music inspired by When Stars Are Scattered, works of Beverly Cleary, and Frog and Toad. Elle Vergara.
Hi. So I think I know what you're all thinking. What is she wearing? Like, okay, yeah, I'm obviously like the most dressed up here. And for people that know me, this is an everyday Elle thing. If you say casual, this is what I'll show up to your house with. Anyways, so at my high school, they're having a dance right now called Cupid's Bash. Shout out to my choir teacher, Mr. Hoskins, who got me roped in this whole program, and my classmates watching me at home, and my family, of course. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. And this is, I think I messed up. I think this is actually my 4th time. But I started my freshman year in high school, and now I'm senior. I hope I can get some more high schoolers into this program, but it's nice seeing everyone else. So I wrote my song based on the book Goodnight Little One, not Goodnight Moon. I didn't even know it was a book. I just went scrolling through all of the books that she wrote, and I actually didn't read it. I YouTubed the read-along, but it's okay because we have technology now, right? So I can do that. It's fine. And so my song is about this little girl named Ellie. My name is Elle. Her name is Ellie, and she's my neighbor's baby. She's the cutest thing ever. Oh my gosh. But oh my gosh, is she a mess? I think everyone with a baby or has had a baby will know that. And I've been babysitting her since she was born. She's now like 1.5 or something. And this song is dedicated to her, and she's also Filipina. I'm Filipina. And yeah, shout out to my Filipinos in the house. So I have some words in here that some of you might not understand. I mean, I don't really understand them. My mom knows them. So one of them is ate, which is like older sister in our language. This is Bisaya, by the way. There's so many different dialects. Another one's samok, which is like so much trouble because she makes such a mess. And then my song is called Mimit na Tata, which is a song that my grandma wrote, and it's a lullaby. So this is a song based off of her song, and there's some parts of it in it. But Mimit na Tata means go to sleep, sweet one, basically. So that's what my song's about. It's the cause of fashion, these big old sleeves. Okay. I never thought I'd be here. Last year when I first met you, my love, I never thought maybe one day you would be the one to first call me ate. Told myself that I'd never be fond of you. Didn't take that long for you to steal this heart. And now you're here within my arms, and suddenly you're the only thing I can see. I fall in love with you each time you talk, and when you walk, my heart melts even more. And I love you, but you're better when you're quiet. So rest those eyes and mimit na tata. Now that you can run and jump and talk, it's a shock just how much of a mess you make. upside down. But even so, you could never make a difference. 'Cause I fall in love with you each time you smile. And when you cry, I hope it won't last a while. And I love you, but you're cuter when you're quiet. So hold on tight and mimic now da da. To sleep and mimic now. Thank you.
Wow, Elle Vergara, everybody. That was amazing. How beautiful. And I have to say, as one of the parents in the room, we had chuckles because it's so true. You're cuter when you're quiet. Yep, it all tracks. It all tracks. Up next, we have Levi Fuller. Give it up for Levi. Levi has lived and played music in Seattle since 2001. He has released 4 full-length albums, a handful of EPs and singles, and 68 volumes. 68 volumes of Ball of Wax audio quarterly. Yes, a compilation series he founded in 2005. By day, he works at Jack Straw Cultural Center. Yes, the Audio Arts Center for the Pacific Northwest, and a fantastic Bushwick partner. He is not the dismayingly prolific author of thriller ebooks, who goes by the same name. But this Levi Fuller does write a 100-word story every day. Levi, what'd you write today?
Haven't done it yet. It's usually at the end of the day. Days like this are weird.
Okay. Well, we can push it.
I might write about one of you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So past performances from Levi include Time Traveler's Wife, 1984, Ball 4, Dr. Seuss, Alice in Wonderland Adventures, Lust, Station 11, The Time Machine, The Shining, Verga, The Family, The Phantom Tollbooth, and Jack Straw collaborations. Give it up for Levi Fuller.
Thank you. Thanks, Emily. Did you do Bonk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did Lust. So it's like I was saying earlier, it's Margaret Wise Brown after hours, folks, after dark. I was talking to Michael Michael said like most of the things that I would have wished that I had said, but forgotten to later in the evening. So thank you, Michael. Whenever the Station 11 show was 5 years ago, I don't know. Michael and I were talking about how there should be a Margaret Wise Brown show, and coincidentally, my kid was a couple years old. I don't even know, like, when she's my age, if she'll remember having those books read to her. I assume they were around, and I read them when I was a kid, but I just knew that they existed. I didn't have strong memories, but reading them as a parent, just her use of language, and just the beauty and the weirdness and just this unique voice just really, like, struck me, and I wanted to know more about her, and I read the biography, which I recommend you all read, because she really was a truly unique individual. As I mentioned in the green room, I was 45 years old when I was reading the biography, and I was like reading through this wonderful book about this rich life and all of these things she'd done, and it's like the last chapter, and she's like 45 years old. I was like, this isn't going to end well, is it? And no, it doesn't. But she packed a lot into those years, and she was a collaborator, which is something I really love doing. Is playing with other people. And I must mention, Julia Massey is here on stage with me. Thank you for joining me. So this book, Two Little Gardeners, it's just, most of these we got all of our books when we became parents through thrift stores and little free libraries. I'd never heard of this one before. A lot of them I'd never heard of before, and loved, and then realized, oh, it's another Margaret Wise Brown book. So this is by Margaret Wise Brown and Edith Thatcher Hurd, and illustrated by Gertrude Elliott. So this powerhouse trio of women created this amazing book about just these two children who farm together and create a life of some form. And as soon as they sent out the email, I was like, I need to do this show. Two Little Gardeners was the one that popped into my head. I'm surprised nobody did Big Red Barn. That was another one. A little shout out for Big Red Barn. Okay. Because they played all day in the grass and in the hay was a line that was going through my head, but also this book I just knew that I loved. It's just weird as shit, but also just beautiful. There's the rabamole. Like, what is a rabamole? This guy? Like, sure, okay. Yeah, they made a rabamole to scare the groundhogs and squirrels away. And then I forgot, it ends with a song. Like, she did my work for me. So, and this, okay, poem by Margaret Wise Brown. Those are the words that I'm using, which, if this book had not had its copyright renewed in 1979, would be public domain, because she died 75 years ago. Did you know that when you did this show, by the way, Jeff? I was meaning to ask that. Did you know that like her public domain date was like this year? Except for the fact that most of her books have been renewed, so it doesn't really matter. But so the words are hers. The song, the music is by Dorothy Kadz. I think it might be Kadzow. It ends with a W. This is a woman who I had never heard of before, except that her name is in this book. She died in Seattle on my birthday in 2001 at the age of like 100. She like did stuff at UW. I don't know. It's just all this. Yeah. Yeah. Just look these people up. But like just these amazing women who do amazing art and that kids also love. So that's all. That's the moral of the story. Be cooler. So sometimes I get dark and weird, but this is just like a pretty lovely book, and I just wanted to be sort of like our, now I've blanked on his name, the best and most popular performer of the evening on the vibraphone. I'm sorry. Mitchell. Thank you. Mitchell. Yes, I knew he would have friends here. Mitchell. Like he was saying, like just like lovely, but maybe a little unexpected, but like just bringing a little of the prettiness and the strangeness. So I hope that's what this does. And thank you to Julia for saying yes. Hi, diddle diddle, we're full as a fiddle of things that come out of the ground. What we plant in the spring, we eat in the fall, and put up in jars, and eat it all when the snow comes falling down. Hi, diddle diddle, we're full as a fiddle of things that come out of the ground. What we plant in the spring, we eat in the fall, and put up in jars, and eat it all when the snow comes falling down. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Julia Massey, Warren Dunes. Thank you, Bushwick. Thank you, Margaret.
Levi Fuller. All right. Yeah, if you're not familiar with Jack Straw Cultural Center, what a wonderful thing in the community. They do a writers program every year, some pretty notable alum. And for a number of years, Bushwick has partnered with the writers program to have an original song inspired by each of the pieces, and we're doing rolling video releases, and there are only 2 more left from the 2022 cohort. This is the most recent one, and it was great. We got one more song. Yeah. All right. And before we go right into this, I want to say some thank yous. Starting again with Cameron on sound in the back, Dylan, live stream tech, Jason on sound as well, Hugo House's liaison, Jeff Larson pushing buttons. Our season graphic design from Michael Wallenfels, who you heard from tonight. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle theme song written and performed by Julia Massey, who you heard from tonight. What? We have volunteers, Jayden, Jill, and Ian. Thanks so much for helping us out, sitting at the tables. Jordan, thanks for telling us about what's happening March 25th at the Rabbit Box Theater in Pike Market. The Bushwick production team is Jeff Larson, Carrie Garvin, Drea Marilyn, Emily Persia, and Wes Weddell. How about a big hand for Caitlin and at Hugo House? And just a big round of applause for Hugo House and all they do. Check out their classes. An arts organization that gets to stay in some place on Capitol Hill? What? Yes, you can check that out. And now let's hear one more song from Jed Crisologo. Jed Crisologo mixes Americana, punk rock, and soul influences into heartfelt, catchy, honest tunes. You're like the third person tonight who's claimed honesty. No one has claimed otherwise in these bios. Look. No one has said, like, I write slimy, skeevy songs.
Those could be honest.
Inspired by children's literature. His thoughtful song, look at you, provides an honest, alive, and intensely human core to his work, while the combination of earnestness and swagger, can we see a little bit of the latter right now? Can you do it on command, or is it more organic?
It kind of defeats the thing.
Yeah, okay. No, forget I asked, I'm sorry. Creates a sound that travels from noisy to ambient, to stripped down and raw, raucous and bombastic, to swinging and groovy, all while emphasizing the truth of humanity on display. His brand new album is called River. It's available now at the places that albums are available.
Yes.
Jed Crisologo.
All of them. Yeah, there we go. That sounds pretty good. I hate when people do this, but how's everybody doing tonight? I felt like a genuine desire to check in on y'all. It's been a long night. It's been an amazing night. Thank you for sticking it out to the very end. For the shortest books we've done, this has been a pretty long show. And I was just watching the whole thing. This is the first time I got to watch everybody.
This was so amazing, and I am so just pleased and honored to be up here with all of these wonderful songwriters. Can we get a round of applause for all the amazing tunes you heard tonight? God damn. For the folks who are hip to visual descriptions, I'm a very adequately height, as I've told a Filipino gentleman, in an appropriate amount of black, with very curly hair. And I was really excited to jump on this one. Shout out to my mom, Clarissa. She's a first grade teacher, and she has been my whole life. So I grew up with these books in her room. And honestly, I was like, man, this is an easy one. You'll get an easy read. You'll definitely get all the way through the book. But I found this to be the hardest songwriting exercise because I read a bunch of the books. I connected with them all, and I had the hardest time kind of pinpointing why. Like, what it was that connected me to all these tunes, or these songs, books. It's been a long night. There's something very sweet about all of them, as there would be in this type of children's book, but they're also, like, there's so much longing in these books, which I think adds so much depth and humanity and honesty to them, Wes Weddell. And then I found Runaway Bunny, and I loved it. I was like, this is kind of, as Brittany alluded to, this is an imperfect relationship. But it's also kind of a wonderfully sweet way of looking at the painful but necessary process of having to separate yourselves from the ones you love in order to figure out who you are, but hopefully retaining that ability to come back home. So this one doesn't have a name. If you think of a name, well, wait till the end. Come find me afterwards. We'll have a chat about it. But I think she's on the live stream, so this one goes out to my mom. When you wake in the morning, I'll already been gone. Gotta find out exactly how fast I've learned how to run. Maybe this is forever. Maybe I'll see you around. All I know is I've already spent too much time in this town. I've been waiting for you, no matter how far you may run. Cause every bird that flies out someday finds its way back home. Maybe I'll move to the mountains. Maybe I'll shoot for the moon. Whenever it happens, it can't happen too soon. Whatever I'm chasing, whatever I find, I'm tired of waiting and wasting my time. I'll be waiting for you, no matter how far you may run. 'Cause every bird that flies out someday finds its way back home. And every time you miss your mark, fall the pieces break your heart. And every time you leave too soon, try your luck and miss the moon. I'll be waiting for you, no matter how far you may run. 'Cause every bird that flies out someday finds its way back home. Thank you.
Yeah. Give it up for Jed. That was beautiful. Loved that. You can catch another couple of Jed songs on March 4th at the Finney Neighborhood Center. He's going to be playing there actually with some other Bushwick artists, including Nessa Gracing, Nick Draws, and Eileen Cuba. So check that out, March 4th. Jed will be playing there. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Let's give another big round of applause for Kristin Chambers, Peter Donovan, Julia Massey, Bjørn Watkins, Brittany Danielle, Vince Martinez, Mitchell Beck, Michael Wallenfels, Elle Vergara, Levi Fuller, and Jed Crisologo. And if you need some more Bushwick in your life, make sure that you mark your calendars for our upcoming shows in our season. We've got original music inspired by Lucy Maud Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables that will be April 8th at Town Hall. And then we'll be back here at Hugo House on May 13th for original music inspired by the Isabel Allende's Violetta. So get those in your calendar, April 8th and May 13th. Also, check out our merch table when we're done here. You can get swag. There's free buttons, free stickers, T-shirts, everything Bushwick. Grab a card with our upcoming shows. You can, if you're not a member yet, sign up to be a member. Get on our mailing list so you can find out about all the awesome things happening with Bushwick. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. Thank you, everyone live streaming from home. Get home safe. Thank you so much.